Good morning, Liacris Mechanics, mobile service. Yeah, I wish it was somebody else's car, but it's mine, as you can probably tell from that right there. Let me get the shaky cam off. Okay, there we go. My starter went bad. It had been acting up, and I thought I could make it last for another because I could just tap on it and it would start, but I turned the car off this morning and it wouldn't start. I tapped on it, and of course nothing happened. So at least I was in a really good area. I was doing some work at somebody's house, and so I was able to disassemble everything. All I had was my emergency toolkit, and that pretty much what it amounts to, some sockets, and just enough to get it done. So that's where the starter goes back, so I'm going to get started on that. So I might as well do an instructional video about how to install a starter on a 2004 Toyota Camry with a V6 24 valve 6-cylinder engine. Alright, first let's put this starter and get those nuts tightened up. Okay, there we go. Hope you can see that. Got a nut on each side of that. There's one you can probably see. There's a lot of glare out today. There's another one down in there. Hope you can see that. Threads are in really good condition. So I just hand tightened them down as hard as I could, and then just gave it like another half a turn with the wrench. You really don't need to crank down on bolts like this, because they're so far, I mean, they're threaded like 2 inches into the engine block, and so you really don't need to go that far. Alright, on to the next step. I can't remember what it was. I'm going to have to think this through. Okay, obviously the next step was to reconnect the electrical. Now you see that? Don't really want to crank down too hard on that one either. Alrighty, got the electrical hooked up. Now the other pieces, got to figure all those out. Hold on, this... Got to figure this. Oh, sorry. Turn back on shaky cam because my hands are shaking because it's kind of cold out here. Alrighty, there we go. Electrical hooked up. Next piece. Can't remember. Have to figure it out. Alright, turns out the next piece was this piece of fresh air intake. And that goes into the bottom of the, I don't know what you call that part. I call it a canister maybe, where the air filter is mounted. So as you can see, it sucks air in from through the grill, down in there, and up through the bottom right there. That way your engine always has the coolest possible air coming through it, and that's important because that is the best thing, one of the better things that you can do to improve performance is have your engine feeding on outside air rather than the hot air that's under the hood. Just a little FYI. Okay, next we have the bracket right here that helps hold the air intake assembly. We'll just call it the air intake assembly in place. Got that one bolt hole right there. All right, next, on to the next piece. Oops, I think I skipped a part. Anyway, I put this box back in here. Went ahead and got all most of the debris out of the bottom of it. There's quite a bit. Of course, that's why they make them that way, so if anything gets sucked in, it doesn't get sucked up through your engine. And of course, I put in the battery. Got that little bolt there to put in to now secure the battery in place so it doesn't tumble around when you slam on the brakes or something. Then we will put the air cleaner back in, and then we'll put the top back on. I would try to start the car now, but this piece right here is part of the emissions control system. It's a mass airflow sensor, and I do not want to start the engine without it being attached because it'll probably kick an error code, and then, you know, who knows if it goes away or not. Don't want to take a chance with that. Alrighty, be back in a minute. So just kind of as, let me roll this window up so you can hear. Unless there's a train going down the tracks anyway. They seem to take forever. I don't know if there's a speed, there must be a speed limit through there. Anyway, in order to change the starter on a Toyota, and this probably applies to 4-cylinders too, from the year 2002 to 2006, really all you need is a ratchet, a 3/8" ratchet. You'll need a 10mm, a 12mm, and a 14mm socket. And you will need, I did everything with just a 4-inch extension, but a couple of things really would have been a lot easier if I had an additional 6-inch extension. That way you can get the wrench up out of the way of everything, and you can turn the nuts faster. But like I said, I didn't need them. It just would have made things easier. You also need a small screwdriver to flip open the clips on the wire harnesses. And that's about it. It's really a fairly easy job, including the walk up to O'Reilly Auto Parts, which took me about 20 minutes to get up there and come back. It took me about 2 hours to do this repair. Of course, I'm pretty handy with the wrench. I know my way around my car because I do all the work on it. But still, even if you really don't know a whole lot about it, of course, this video will not help you take it apart. It will help you put it back together. Of course, then you could work backwards through the video if you wanted to do that. But I just thought I'd show my experience because it was keeping it real. It was real life. Got in the way of my plans for the day. But now I'm back on the road, ready to hit it hard. Alrighty. Got any questions or comments? Leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate it when you do. We'll see you on the next one.